Hey guys, this is Vril, continuing our Crusader Kings 2 playthrough as House Ivaring, who are the kings of Scotland. So we have a revolt against our rule, and we are King Jedvar the Fat, so that we're fighting this guy who wanted to, I think we wanted to imprison him. I don't know exactly why, but he was somebody that was always causing a bunch of issues. Actually, he's the guy that killed I don't know, it wasn't my father, but he killed my previous character. I think it was my brother. In single duel, they were dueling, and he put an axe through his chest. So we're finally arresting him. Not that he did anything wrong killing my father, he was just challenging him. So we're taking care of him in the battle. We've managed to capture him, apparently. He resisted bravely before they slew him, so they killed him. Alright, he was always a lunatic, and he had the Great Pox, so he will not be missed by very many. So that is why I was imprisoning him, is he was just a total lunatic. So we'll put our army down, and yeah, that was an interesting turn of events there. So yeah, Scotland's pretty big right now. We're trying to take over different areas of the Ireland. And I won't create I don't think I'll create the Kingdom of Ireland until, you know, this is what, it's going to be really difficult to do, but what we want is 3 kingdoms, and I think it's, what, 80% of Britannia? I mean, that's our goal. I don't think we're going to be able to get to this. Yeah, it's 80%. We hold 35% right now, so we have quite a bit more to go. I mean, we need all of England, just about, and we probably wouldn't need Wales at that point in time, but then we'd be able to create our Norris Britannia. But by that time, I'm sure the Carlings will have invaded us, but we'll see what happens. We're playing until we are forced to become Catholic or something happens, and then we'll go ahead and end the playthrough if we fail on this whole quest that we have. But yeah, for now, we're just going to continue. Yeah, we are at 100%. That's their Norwegian revolt. And what's our truce timer with this guy at? He was under this Duhubarth. And yeah, we still have a truce with them for another year, just about. So we'll continue on with our Irish conquests over here. So this was usurped the title of... Okay, so they took over... Looks like they took over Norway, I think he's still got some other wars going on there. So the Mad Dog, Jarl Borkvord, has somehow summoned up the courage to challenge you to Holmgang. This hasn't gone well before. Is this guy my brother? He's known as my kinsman, and he actually is my heir as well. He's not as good as me. And I'm Scarred, scholarly theologian. And he is dutiful clerk. I will go for this. We succeeded in this once before and we lost it the other time and that killed us. We'll try to get the prestige. We need the prestige, so by the Allfather, I accept this challenge. This guy's going to be basically my rival, it seems like. So at Still Dawn, you meet Jarl Borkvord on the small islet chosen from the Holmgang. So my axe will carve you a new smile. Okay, so you fought and your opponent launches yourself upon another, and wood splinters fly in every direction as axe connects with shield. You seem evenly matched and the fight drags on. When sun begins to set, you're both bleeding and multiple wounds, and neither of you can stand upright, so it was a draw. Grudging mutual respect with my kinsman here. Okay, so he isn't exactly a rival either. He's got some decent-sized army. It's probably been about... No, it hasn't been 5 years since we had to change our tribal organization back down to the minimum. I think we'll probably try to push that back up to a little bit higher here soon. Okay. We do have some factions. Independence, not too much to worry about. This is the guy in Dublin, okay. And we've got some Catholic uprising here. Have plenty of these. This one might be tough. Our army's kind of up against it right now. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. We're going to need to run back to Sudrayar. Uh-oh. And they're going to block us. Try to find some mercenaries is what I think we're going to have to do. We're going to see if we can get around these guys without them attacking us. We will see. So, preacher in the service of Carloman of France. So we throw him in jail like we always do. Somehow we're might be able to get around all of this. Yes. Surprisingly. So, Rolfdur has the bowmen, and they're going to strike against Mayor Ofeg. This is one of the... I think he's a Catholic mayor. Somewhere that we're trying to kill. Yes, this guy. He's a republic, actually. Interesting. So failure. He escaped the arrow barrage unharmed, but at least all the hired bowmen made a quiet escape, and the conspiracy remains uncovered. So we'll try that again. Okay, we're going to hire some mercenaries. So the rise of the Shia, that's happened multiple times, I think. We have a lot of prisoners. Okay, in terms of... Oh, these guys are all... Gonna have them try to not go through hostile territory. These guys are going to get wiped out, though. On the way back to Sudrayar here, so we can at least get them. And then we're going to hire some mercenaries. I don't want to hire like 3,000 mercenaries. It's going to cost a bunch. And I don't want it to cost that much. So we'll do, let's see, 1,900 maybe? It's about the only option. So we'll do that, the Irish band. And that'll give us 3,200. Even with this, we might have some difficulties, but we'll see. We've got Kolbjorn, myself. This guy is a little bit better. This guy doesn't even like me. Might not be good to have him be my leader if he doesn't even like me. Interesting, we've got this guy of Tyke being there. So I'm gonna wait for them to get all of their morale, and then we'll go attack. Maybe I can get them to try to attack me. It would be nice. So Valdemar needs to be educated. Wants to be educated with this guy who's... okay. He has high learning, really high learning. Speaking of all the high learning, let's have a look at who our stewards and these council members are and make sure they're actually doing something, because sometimes we have that issue where they're not doing anything. Yeah, so this guy I'll have build legend, I think. Let's see. Settle tribe. Maybe we'll settle tribe? Where's the culture map? I haven't really looked at the culture map much in this playthrough. Here's the cultures. Okay, so it's like everything's Irish and Scottish. Got like one Norse province. I'm going to worry about building legend, though, more so than having the tribal culture. Okay. So these guys are sieging. I think we're going to just have to attack and see what happens. Do have some new commanders that can be set. We might want to check that before we actually go into combat. So Bragi. I'll have this Catholic guy, because he actually has decent... I don't usually do that, but he does have decent marshals, so... that could be okay. I think the main thing is that he likes me. Okay, this is a revolt against over there in Sweden. Okay, this is going to be difficult. Very difficult. Okay, no, but we pulled through. That was good. And we'll wait for these guys to gain some morale back, and we'll go ahead and attack, and do need to remember to put down these mercenaries when we do win this, up to 98%. Okay, so we won that, 100%. Let me put away everybody, including the mercenaries, and enforce that demand. So unfortunately, our money is going down these days. We did build some new hill forts and the market villages, I believe, so we're okay in that respect. 16. Somebody wants some major independence there. If they ask for independence, this guy, I'm not going to fight it. So Jedvar the Fat fulfilled the ambition to become an exalted among men. So that's good. What else can we get? No valid ambitions. Here it is. So the independence. Let's see here. This guy really hasn't liked me for a very long time, so I think I'm going to allow him to be independent. Who else will become independent? Suffolk. Okay, that's fine with me too. I'd rather take a little bit of time to rebuild my forces. So it looks like there's some more warring Kingdom of Sweden from... Okay, let's just look at the map. So that's the Norse map. So yeah, they are still fighting amongst themselves. They do have Uppsala though, so I think this guy has all of the moral authority. Moral authority of the Germanic must be 50%. Yeah, so they probably have... There's a chance he has 750 piety, but I highly doubt. Yeah, he almost does, but we're never going to get our moral authority that high. It's a bummer. That's okay, though. So this was another marshal. Nobody likes me, even though we're winning all these wars. What's the deal here? These guys probably all have claims, that's why. So what's your deal here? Yeah, our domain is too big, I know about that. He desires the chiefdom of Fief and Strathern. Okay. Well, you could just go try to conquer something else if that's what you want. So we were going to try to get this Galloway. That would give us, I think, everything in Scotland. Although, is this... It's always curious if that province was de jure Scotland. It doesn't appear to be. Neither does this one. So where is it? Its de jure is Scandinavia. Interesting. So, I mean, Iceland, I believe, is. Can't tell. Yeah, it is. So that is Scandinavia de jure. Okay. Would have thought at least this one would be Scotland, but I guess not. Dangerous factions. So yeah, we're going to spend a little bit of time just kind of rebuilding. And actually, well, of course we want to spend a little bit of time rebuilding our armed forces. But our friend here, who probably saw some weakness, thinks that he can become the true ruler of Scotland. And he does have 1,000 men, but I think we'll be able to take care of him, I think. Let's see what we can do here. It's going to be tough getting all these guys together. Let's declare the war for Scotland. Large bands of rebels and opportunists are flocking to the banner of the faithless traitor Eriker of Ross. So let's actually go in and try to attack in Ross, like get them so he can't get anybody else, and we'll be also sieging him at the same time. Okay, we don't seem to be able to merge that army. What's the deal here? There it goes. Just like a little UI bug there. So we'll go ahead and siege this, and where else do we have guys we're fighting? I don't see anybody. It's weird. I thought there was more. So we'll siege this real quick unless somebody's coming on a boat. Yeah, there's a boat there. We've got raiders. Okay. That's a bad idea for them. So our enemy has died, the war has ended. In the case of battle, your men have managed to corner Eriker. He resisted bravely before they slew him, so that's good. So back to what I was saying, we're going to rebuild our army a little bit. Okay. Let everyone know about my plot to kill Mayor Oteg during a drunken stupor at a local tavern. Okay, my reputation's ruined. Okay, apparently France has taken over some of... Is this Mercia? Yeah, that would have been Mercia. Alright. Those Carlings. Bishop Aldebert. Yeah, so from Lotharingia, we're going to throw him in jail like we always do. And we actually have no wars right now, so if we can get to, I think it's October or November 1st or so, we can do a great blot. Okay, so there's no man better at increasing the church's opinion of me or teach me more pious man than our court chaplain Gody Bow. Yeah, he's pretty good, Gody Bow is. I was going to say that, unlike all of my time-lapse videos just about, the Spanish are actually holding here in Spain. Usually the Umayyads are all the way up, even into France, so... Interesting there. So yeah, we're just going to get to November 1st, I think, and we're going to do a great blot. Build some morale that I think lasts a couple of years, and then we will have, you know, be ready for a few more wars, it seems like. A lot of chaos kind of in Ireland. We should probably take advantage of that, but I'm just taking a moment here. We've had so many wars, and here we are. Important decisions. Hold a great blot. Okay, so Mayor Oteg is going to pay me 20 gold. That's good, because he's not going to come to the great blot. So now for the human sacrifice. Okay. Valdemar asked, Daddy, where's Mom? Yeah, she did go on a long journey, and I put her there. But, forgot we got remarried, actually, and this was just a marriage out of getting some, statistics. So, Mom has gone on a long journey. And Valdemar gained the patient trait. So, now we go killing the, all the Catholic prisoners that we have. So this guy, the wife and the husband are both in jail. Oh, I actually previously died in the dungeon. Never mind. Okay. And of course, yes, you will go too. A lot of Irish being killed off here, unfortunately. We'll let the celebrations begin. Alright. So, Gunholder has really high intrigue, so she is my new spy master. Let's see if we could... Wow, the Ireland is really fractured. Was thinking to... see if we could kill somebody. Is there any place that would go to me if we killed them. And man would, so let's see if we can... Can't kill little kids anymore. No, we can? We'll try that. Sure, yeah, they do like that, so until next time. Alright, so we do have... It's just, so we do have high plot power for doing that. Just thinking to take it back and kind of give away some of these tribal, or not feudal counties to somebody else, and I'll keep like Isle of Man and those kind of areas. So it's most unfortunate that you happen to hold titles that are rightfully his. This is Moray. Where is Moray again? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna actually give this to him this time. Works for me. And it does look like we're out of time for this episode, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.